I'd honestly rather enjoy my life than feeling like I'm constantly struggling under the pressure to try to prove that I'm worth something. It's a pretty but appropriately moody day, perhaps reflecting the clouds that have been gathering inside my head. Today, we're going to clear those clouds. It's time for some reflection, organization, and life resetting. We are going to start with a bit of room tidying because life has just been hectic and I wish I had the habit of just putting everything away, but when things get busy, things get dumped everywhere. I mean, it's not that bad, but I think having little check-ins where I just clean everything that's built up is a good idea so it doesn't all snowball into one giant mess, which I had some videos ago. Yesterday, I was full of anxiety. So much so that it was ruining my day off. I couldn't even enjoy watching TV and reading because my mood was disturbed with worry. What was I worrying about? Failure. So then I sat down and I said, hey, let's work through this anxiety. Let's just think the whole worst case scenario out. Sit in it and let myself realize that it's not that bad and then the anxiety will naturally go away. Except it didn't. In fact, I felt worse. I was anxious about my uni grades, so I sat there and I imagined the worst case scenario. Shouldn't be so bad if I failed, right? It felt terrible. So then I asked myself the logical question. Like, your worth isn't determined by your grades, is it? We all know the answer is no. But at that moment, I just couldn't believe it. It felt as if, in fact, my worth was determined by my grades, and I even managed to conjure up some points that supported that argument. Like, aren't well-performing people more respected? Isn't doing well good so you can contribute to society more? Therefore, isn't my worth determined by how well I do? Oh damn, now the stakes are infinitely high. I feel worse than ever and I'm going to be paralyzed and unable to actually do anything. On the bright side, my parcels came in today, so we can do an unboxing later.
Can't kill what I've become. I scream until I'm numb. Now with the summer skies, you're gone. There's nothing I can do or say to get to you. Now I don't know where I belong.
What an extremely mentally skewed argument I had. In that moment, I let the negativity take over me, and then that's all I could see. At that point, I felt awful, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to come up with any solutions then. So then I just thought, I'm just going to do something else. At times like this, it's best to literally touch grass. Get outside. I find that exercise also really helps me get out of my head because I'm forced to get out of my head and focus on the physicality of exercising. Anyway, so I went swimming because we had just got our pool fixed. And while I was huffing and puffing from just doing a few laps, because I'm really unfit, I stared up at the beautiful blue sky. At least it was then. I realized two things. One, I had been putting all my eggs in one basket, as in I had let one thing hold all my self-worth. And two, I was reminded of the reason why I live, which is not solely to achieve and be some productive beast, but to enjoy life. This doesn't mean doing anything I want, having no negative experiences or emotions, and diving into anything crazy that will make me feel happy. You can only jump from temporary sources of pleasure for so long until the pleasure runs out and you end up feeling empty and depressed. Trust me. Because if you want to be happy and enjoy your life, I believe that you need to feel fulfilled, satisfied, purposeful, and above all, have a positive attitude. On top of having all the basic life necessities needed to survive, of course. I got a little bit distracted, but now I'm back to it. That's why the lighting is different, and also the sky is cleared up, and there's the most beautiful sunset right now. How gorgeous is that? But now I'm going to jump back to it, and I'm going to do a bit of life reevaluation and reorganization. I'm just reflecting on how I'm feeling with life right now and how I'm progressing towards my half-yearly goals, and then seeing if I need to adjust anything, I guess, which spoiler alert, I definitely do. We're going to start with some journaling for reflection. Okay, so the purpose of living is to live a fulfilling, satisfactory life. But what makes a fulfilling, satisfactory life? Well, unfortunately, it's different for everyone, so I can't really tell you the answer. But I can tell you what can help. Firstly, reflecting on yourself. What are your likes and dislikes? What can you live without? What can't you live without? What do you value? What are your dreams? They're big questions and you might not know how to answer them all, but that's totally normal. Plus, your answers to them will change as you learn and grow. But as you reflect on them and find answers, you'll know what makes a fulfilling and satisfactory life for you, or at least you'll know ways that you want to try to change your life to see if that makes your life more fulfilling and happy. I promise it makes sense. It's all about trial and error, experimentation, and some things we just know. And you also have to remember there's only so much you can do with the time you have and whatever mental capacity you're currently at. That's one motto I've had for a while but keep forgetting, that I'll try my best within the time I have. I keep forgetting about the time I have part and focusing on the try my best part. And so I end up with all this pressure because I have to try my best and anything less than that is not good enough. But I forget that we only have so much time. And I've already said that even though I have all these goals that I want to achieve, that does not come at the cost of my mental health and my peace. And I still want to spend time with my family and my friends. And I want to do fun things like reading. That was like, I personally reflected on my life and I decided those are things that I just don't want to cut out. I am not all for grind, hustle culture. I think there's space for working hard, but also I want to do the things that I love in life. I mean, we're only here for so long. Which brings me back to my realization that I was putting all my eggs in one basket. In my all or nothing mentality, I had placed all my happiness on getting good grades, forgetting that I have other things that I'm working on and can feel success from, and that I have other things that I enjoy and live for. My value does not equal my output. When you look at the people you love, you don't love them because they get good grades or are rich or are super attractive or anything like that. You love them because they are. Your value is your humanity, the way you see the world, the way you smile, the way that beyond a million odds against you, you exist. When it comes down to it, I'd honestly rather enjoy my life than feeling like I'm constantly struggling under the pressure to try prove that I'm worth something. For me at least, that kind of pressure is crippling and I end up doing nothing anyway, too afraid to move forward. So might as well let go of the pressure and focus on enjoying life instead. I have goals I want to work towards, and they're all things that I want to do and can find joy in. If I'm not too busy being a head in her ass stress head about it. I do like to learn and play piano and make YouTube videos, so subscribe because I'll be posting weekly. I find satisfaction in seeing myself grow in various ways. So I've decided to gamify it so that I can, 1, track my progress, and 2, motivate me to actually work towards my goals. I already discussed making punch cards, which was a few videos ago. I've linked above. In my reflections, I have had to make some adjustments. I'm going well with my YouTube one, but my assignment ones, as well, in my last video, I kind of mentioned how I wasn't really submitting them on time, which had been, I don't know if you can see that, but it says assignments completed, brackets, on time. So we're taking that out. Oh wait, we can leave it in. Because initially I said I wasn't going to get extensions. We're allowed to get like a 5-day extension for free. And I said I wouldn't take any, but had to. So yeah, I think, you know, as long as I get it done without getting penalized, it's okay. So making some slight adjustments as we go. And I have to make a few more as well, but that's for another time, because now I'm going to show you what I've been working on, which is my half-yearly bingo. So that's like, you've probably seen it all over social media, where people make their yearly bingo cards. I did a half-yearly one, so the goals are a little bit easier, and I don't know, I feel like when it's a whole year, I just lose focus. And like, that's the time period that works for me. I recommend choosing a time period that works for you. If that's still too long, like, make it shorter by all means. Like, yeah, if it was any shorter for me, like, I probably would not get enough time or feel like I didn't have enough time to work on them. But anyway, so I'm planning to make punch cards that go with each point, each bingo block, I guess, on my bingo board. So then I'll have a matching punch card that I can like slowly track my progress, and I don't know what my reward is going to be for this, but I'll think of something, I'm sure. And yeah, and small little rewards or punishments if I'm feeling frisky for the punch cards. Yeah. Okay, now the moment you have all been waiting for, or maybe just me, but it is unboxing time. How cute is this? This is a laptop case, and I got it, well, it's actually not for myself, but I love giving gifts, and it is for my friend. For me, following my dreams became a major value of mine. I don't know how, but it was. And so then when I didn't follow them, and / when I didn't feel like it was possible to follow them, it became a main cause of my depression a couple of years ago. Feeling a sense of autonomy in life is so important. You should feel like you are the one that are choosing your goals. Living a life where you feel forced is so disempowering. Well, at least it was for me. This is also part of my friend's gift, and part of me is like, do I leave it like wrapped in the stuff it came in? But I don't know, I just don't think that's cute. I think I'm going to rewrap it in, I don't know if you can hear me. I just think, I don't know if I should put it in here, like leave it in the packaging, or if I should rewrap it. I'm personally feeling like I'm going to rewrap it because I think it would look a lot cuter like that. But I also want to check that it's okay. so cute. I kind of want to keep it for myself. It is the Charles and Keith bow bag. It is so adorable. Oh my gosh. Now the big one. This is for me. So massive. Anyway, I for one can attest that I feel so much happier and lighter inside with each step that I took in crafting my own destiny. I mean, I still don't know where the end goal actually is. I'm still very much learning about myself, and I don't know if everything is going to work out, but I know that I should treasure and learn to enjoy the journey. Wow, that smells new. So this is, oh, anyway, I'm so excited. Okay, I think she might be bigger than I thought. But okay, that leather feels amazing. And the color is gorgeous. I wanted a dark brown. But, context, this is me and this is the bag. But, okay, the reason why I bought this is because it's a convertible three-way bag. So you can wear it as a little handbag. Well, not a little handbag, a big handbag, or a side bag, or a backpack. Which I was like, especially the backpack feature because, yeah, my back just can't take it. Well, anyway, I don't know where my end goal is because I'm still very much on a learning journey with myself and perhaps will be for the rest of my life. But I do know that it is so important to enjoy the journey, which is what I will need to work on and am working on, I guess, with this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Drop any questions you have below. And yeah, till next time. Bye!